Hello, how is everyone? How is everyone? How do you do that? B. I'm still doing stuff. I'm still doing stuff. I'm still doing stuff. Just trying to, just trying to put stuff in the chat. There we go. Stacey's coming on in a wee minute. Oh, as if by magic. I just said Stacey's coming on in a wee minute, and as if by magic, there we
Here
go, man.
I am.
9 o'clock my time. What's that? 2 in the afternoon. You finished already?
Well, I'm not quite officially finished, but I've done everything I need to do, but I need to hang about to 3 o'clock, so I thought I may as well
So,
get some morning.
you work for him, right?
Aye,
Is that since COVID, or has that always been like that? Or is it COVID?
since COVID, aye. I used to be in the office like 5 days a week before
Right.
COVID.
Okay, right, we won't get into a COVID thing because it just ends up a bag of nails. You know what I mean? I've invited a couple of us. There's a new chap wanting to come on, but I'll tell you what. I'm going to take a long. Where is he? Right, I'm just going to invite him. Where is he? Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. How do I do that? Right, I'm just going to tell him how to do this. I am ball bag. Sorry for swearing. Invite people. I just need to get a copy, right? And because like I said, click that into our browser. I'll just tell it. I'm here. I'm here. Where are you? There's Tom. We are here. We are here.
We're here.
I just met with Tom. Tom said busy. Aye. So we've got the football tomorrow. Hello, everyone. Right, always from Coatbridge. From Coatbridge. Paul, I don't know if you remember the Grange Hotel in Coatbridge. That was my uncle. He owned that for years and years and years. So there we go. Do you know what I think? I'm making a break tomorrow. See if Lyle Cameron doesn't play tomorrow.
Yeah,
He's gone. He doesn't fit in.
I'm starting to think that he's on the out list now, more than protection or injury. I think it is that he's been on the, what was it, red, green and yellow?
Aye. Because I think, for all managers make players better, as we've seen, I'm not saying he's made Lyle Cameron a worse player, but Lyle Cameron just does not fit into what he sees the future is. And football's cold and tough at times, you know what I mean? And if he was good, he would be playing.
If he's not going to be good in the system that he sees himself want to do with better players, then, he's wanting to bring his own players in as well.
Yeah.
It's crap because I think he's a good player, but he's better off going to like a Aberdeen or a Kelly or something,
There was a new chap going to come on. He just married me. He just messaged me then, said his kids' nativity play in 10 minutes. Obviously, that's a lot more important than talk to us two wallopers. But he might play tomorrow night to be in the shop window. Have you frozen?
I'm back now though.
He might. The thing is, tomorrow night might be one of them ones because the transport is annoying me. Because the transfer window's coming up, there might be a few played tomorrow night for the transfer window. You know what I'm trying to say? You might see Joe Rothwell tomorrow night. You might see an experimental team tomorrow night.
Yeah. To try and get them in the window.
Aye, it's a shame. Like, cause
It's
I mean,
hard to
you want to. I know it is, and that kind is a good thing. Right. See this. I'm like you. I'm just learning Windows again. See the pop-ups are coming up now, and they're really annoying
I
me.
know. It's
But
always
anyway,
something like update this, update that. Like I just done it. Give a break.
I don't much because it's not just that. They do because like I say, I was always Mac stuff, and you do the updates yourself.
Mm-hmm.
See, can you hear those beeps?
No.
That's as long as you can hear the boom, that's all right. But but tomorrow night's game, and people that are watching, remember it's an early kickoff. I think it's 5:30, 5:15, or 6:15.
I think it's
It's the Europa League sometimes have two. It's definitely the early one because I know I think I'm about midnight or something like that.
Aye, because I didn't realise until you said it this morning on one of your videos, and I'm like, oh, I need to remember that.
Aye.
5:45 kick-off it is.
There we go. And also, another one that people are forgetting, the Rangers Hibs game's actually Monday.
I forgot Monday night.
Aye, it's because obviously Hampden's getting used on the Sunday. So, and we're playing on the Thursday, so they couldn't have Rangers and Celtic in Glasgow at the same time for some reason.
Too much hard work for the Polish this time of year.
I think, what's this person? But I'm actually looking forward to the game now. But I don't know if you saw that short I've made. We can go top of the league at Parkhead if the results go the right way. Can you imagine that?
I was
It's
literally.
Aye.
I can't believe where we've came from that is actually even a scenario that we can talk about now.
I know, and that's the good one. The scenario we're talking. Listen, it's not going to happen. Right? There's no way it's going to happen because that means Hearts need to get beat 3 times, and there's.
Okay.
It's just. It's just. I know a lot of people jump on these kind of comments. Oh, you shouldn't say that. And you've jinxed it and all that. No, because I'll tell you how jinxed it. I've not jinxed it. If I say tonight I'm never going to win £10 million in a lottery on Saturday, I'll guarantee you I don't win it. I know that's a weird way to put it, but it's. But I'm a dreamer, man. There's no harm in it, considering the ups and downs, the round and round is about. Like I said, the Netflix movie's still there.
I mean, look at Helicopter Sunday. Like,
Aye.
Nobody expected that at all. Like,
I know.
I remember being at Ibrox the week before when we played Motherwell the week before, and we absolutely hammered them.
Mm-hmm.
And thinking, there's no way they're going to. And it happened, so
I know.
keep believing.
I know, because I was living in Holland, a town called Dordrecht, just outside Rotterdam at the time, and the local was called the Boozer. And Barry, the owner, he was from the Isle of Man. He was a Man U fan, but a big football man anyway. He sided more with Rangers than anyone. But he had it on in his pub, and I left the pub 10 minutes ago because there was Celtic fans there as well. And I kind of got on with them, but I knew I was getting a bit kind of...
Yeah.
So I went along the road, and keep in mind, this was whatever year it was. The internet was about, but I didn't have it in my room. But I didn't find out we'd went until 20 minutes afterwards. In my bedroom in the flat I had in Holland, it was like I split my head open. I jumped up, you know what I mean? Because the wooden thingy, it was a cracking bedroom. But I was like, wow, I was jumping a bit. I was shouting out of the window and everything, man. Into the main drag was called the Vorstraat, like, and it was just, and it was Big Terry Butcher's reaction as well.
Yeah,
I mean, I think he's on podcast recently talking about it, like, and he was something else for the Rangers, man. He's
he was good on the there's one where Boydie and Naismith are interviewing him. Check it out because it's good, and he gives these conditions of going back into management, and some of them are quite funny actually.
Aye. But the thing is, I think as well, he goes on his podcast now for the mental health thing because obviously he lost his son, which is, it's like, see, living in Thailand, right, they all drive the Cobb scooters, motorbikes here, just so people look at. Since my kids have been driving the scooters 20 years, every time I get a message from either Apple, the wife here, she's sitting through there, waving at me, or somebody, it's always, you know what I mean? It's always, you know, that every single message, and especially if it's a weird time, because it's quite, my kids don't get, my family do not understand time zones. So when I'm in the UK, but anyway, same here, my phone's from 10:30 till 7:30, I've got it automatically on silent, you know what I mean? But apart from their messages, you know what I mean? So it's, I've got no intention of coming back to the UK. And I don't know, it'd be a big Rangers game or something like that. I'm saying, like, I've just got my visa, it's a retirement visa in Thailand. You can get it once you're over 50. So I've got it through, and that's 15 months. So, you know, I've got no intentions of coming back, you know what I mean? The only way I would, right, for all I say I'm retired, if the right, because that's when I said to you when we were chatting privately before I come on, said I was answering emails, it's just there's a few people, and the guys replied, it was an email for the Gulf of Mexico. And I've just, I said, where are you? I said, I'm sitting, I told him exactly, I said, look, I'm not doing anything until after Christmas, till the New Year. He said, all right. And they always ask you what your day rate is. So I've added 20% on what I normally said, and I said, I'll get back to you. He just replied, but I'll wait till I'm off. I just, you know, I mean, it's, because I'll be honest, I've been here a month now, and see today, I was bored out of my mind. You know what I mean? And it's, I know people think, right, and I don't want to sound like a wallop of this. People think you live in Thailand as a holiday, isn't it? I get up, I might watch some of the Champions League games tonight, but I'll go up 5:30 in the morning, you know, you see my coffee video and all that, good morning. Then I'll go out to the beach and do my videos, and it takes a couple of hours from me pressing start to me pressing uploads, about 2 hours. Yeah. And after that, it's like, sit and watch Sky Sports News, and I slept half this afternoon. I actually watched that P. Diddy thing, man. What a horrible man that is, like, you know what I mean?
I think there's a lot more to come for that than what.
Aye, because I think that gentleman, I think that guy, all right, he's got 50 months, he's probably out in 2 years. I don't think that's the last time he's going to see a cell.
No.
You know,
if we can get any proof on, like, the Tupac and that, he's on.
I don't, the Tupac thing, I think that would have been done and dusted by now, because the people that are grassing them up are all killers themselves. So, yeah, you know, there's that.
There'll be a statute of limitations on that, I suppose, as well.
There isn't.
Oh, is there no?
No, I don't think there is. I don't think Las Vegas has got one. It's either I don't think there is. I think people can still get done for it. That's why people are starting to grass. You know, but anyway, it's all very interesting. I know people tell us to talk about Rangers, but I'm actually, tomorrow game's a weird one, isn't it? We could do without it, but and Aidan McGeady's our manager.
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
Aye. It's something in the comments. It's Aidan McGeady, isn't it? It's one of the DFBs, by the way. One of the, not the, like, McFadden, I don't mind. I think McFadden's all right, but honestly, I think it's Aidan McGeady.
I hate that.
Aye, that's exactly it, yeah.
I need to Google it.
Aye. Robbie Keane. Robbie Keane. But he wasn't so bad. He came to Celtic to win in the league, and they didn't.
He was clapping no firms and all, was he no?
Remember, who was the McCulloch? Who clattered him? What's he called? He does the youth stuff. Kevin Thompson.
And
it's a straight red nowadays. You know what I mean?
That's a red these days. I think any Thomas tackles would be a red these days.
I know. Like, somebody's just mentioned on this page, like, about what's his name? What's his name? But the boy, the African that's just been knocked back for the African Nations Cup. What am I trying to say?
Monday.
I can't read more writing. He's one of them. People say you need a guy like that. What? No, we don't. Because his tackles aren't hard, man. They're stupid.
They're stupid and
remember you said, I think That's it. It was as if he's cowping somebody that's in a way for it to score a goal. Remember, you get sent off right. It was in front of the dugout, and you're like, "What's the point of that?" You know.
Yeah.
But aye.
No, he's frustrating. That's what when I was heard about him not going to the AFCON, I'm like, usually, when we're losing players to that, we're gutted. And I'm like, nah.
But my angle is it's the squads. It's just we need.
Yeah.
I know he's not that good, but but the thing is, how's that going to affect his head? Is he going to go down, or is he going to try and prove them wrong? From what I understand, whoever what's his home nation? Which countries he play for? Because I think that they're overloaded with players in his position. You know what I mean? It's not totally unexpected, if you know what I mean. Ivory Coast, I think it is, isn't it?
I think it is, but I'm just going to.
Who did Drogba play for? It was Ivory Coast.
That was the Ivory Coast guy.
I'm pretty sure it is, but like I say, man, it's one of them. We need squad players, but it's the Lyle Cameron thing. I'm wondering if we'll see if Lyle Cameron doesn't play tomorrow, he's not playing for Rangers. Like he's gone in the window, or he's
Yeah, it's the Ivory Coast.
There we go. And Joe Rothwell's a weird one for me as well. He obviously, I've got a feeling as well. He's sold in January. He'll probably head back to.
There's something going on there, I think. The fact that he's not even had a sniff.
Aye. And he's leaving in the bench.
Man, that's what I mean. He's not been. I don't know if it's just been negotiated behind the scenes, like, right, you can go in January. Chill until then.
But if he was playing well, though, he would still be playing until January. You've got to think about match fitness and stuff like that. But I would just like to see him in that, like we've talked about, that number 8 position, the forward, like number 8, But it's because the thing is, maybe I was being selective in my reading. When we saw him coming off, I saw always good things, but I can be guilty of, I'll just get by that stuff that said is crap.
It's easy to do.
In general, though, he was well quoted.
And that's what I'm saying when I said about my neighbour being a Leeds fan, and he was like, you've got yourself a cracker. And that's what, even the other night I was in, was it Saturday night? Sunday night? And we got talking about it. And I'm like, you lied to me. I just can't believe, I fell for it. And he's like, no, I was actually being serious. And even he says he's not been played in the right position with you.
I know, and it's I don't know. And the thing is, people used to say he always looked unfit. I think he was one of those people that just the way he ran and all that, he just looked knackered all the time. You know what I mean? But it's a strange one. But I'm looking every day, every game is a new one towards the window. So what's that? What's the day today? I've got the American thing here.
10.
So we've got 22, 23 days to the window opens. And you know yourself, Stace, there'll be deals done already behind the scenes. I know we can't tapping up's illegal, but you can't not sign a player. Aye. There's tapping up, then there's tapping up.
Aye, there's a wee text back and forward. Would you fancy it, maybe?
Aye.
I did see us getting linked with Aribo again.
Right. The reason I don't think he would come is I think the Americans will be like, no, because it looks lazy on their part.
Yeah.
That's, and I looked at him and I don't like players coming back for that reason. But I think he's still 29, and that's still 4 or 5 solid years. And he did play well up here. But then Danny might look at him and go, he's not going to fit into my way of football. But I just can't see the Americans approving it because it looks lazy. And if he comes back and he's not the player he was before, we say to the American, then we go, why did you sign him for? You know what I mean?
That's the thing as well. And I was thinking about it, he was another one that sort of just turned up and then fell away as well. He was good for us, don't get me wrong. But I think he was another one that maybe had a few good games and a couple of bad games, and then But I think with him I wouldn't mind it as much. But the rest, the usual ones that we've discussed, previously.
Kent.
Morelos is, as much as it kills me to say, he's too much on the Colombian these days.
Yeah, probably. But and the thing, the thing is, Joe Arabo, he's a London boy. He'll have options down that whole south coast. Because how many teams? There's a good 10 solid football teams. I'm not talking about Chelsea or Arsenal or Tottenham, but I mean, he could end up at Fulham.
Lower league ones.
Aye. Even like I know, but this is the thing, Ian. I've got my trust in Danny Roll at the moment because he's not given me any reason not to. But I know, and that the whole reason for us podcasts and message boards and Facebook is for us to talk about this stuff. But I know it's
maybe one that the fan media maybe should ask. Like, is he injured? Like, obviously they'll no turn around and go, "Oh, he's getting sold in January," blah blah blah. That. But maybe just is he carrying something or?
But the thing is, because he didn't press that much, because remember, what we need to remember, see the fan media, they only get one question. So they've got to pick that. They've got to pick that question very. I didn't know that. I think it was either Stevie or somebody said. I mean, the Daily Record and that they can get as many as they want, but so they've got to be quite. They've got to.
Aye, so there's more important things for them to ask than.
Yeah, and let's be honest, we weren't impressed with Rothwell. So at the end of the day, what's the point in asking that? That's a waste of. If I was, I mean, I'll never do that, but I would be like, I don't really need to know about him. Lyle Cameron, maybe, but
yeah.
Go on.
I would question Rune about Cameron and his plans for him, but then
he
again,
was asked about it. He was asked about when he just says he needs. Danny gave it. It was a typical media trained answer. It was he just needs to keep going and he'll get his opportunity, And but I'll be interested to see. Yeah, like I say, I wonder if I feel in the shop window tomorrow night, or it'll certainly be a different team from the Hibs game.
Yeah, I'm thinking that he's going to change it, but I think you're right with what you were saying earlier about Chermiti starting.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
But I would like him to get a goal, and just us all and get, like Miovski, that wee confidence boost. And
but I never. Sorry, on you go, pal. Say again.
I do actually feel sorry for the boy.
Oh, aye. The thing is, any time the camera's panned on to Miovski, he never looked. Whereas the big man just looks, the whole world's on his shoulders. And again, as a father, and I mean, I feel sorry for him.
See, that's the thing, though. Has that been maybe the naivety, William, that I've been thinking about this, and I've said it before, that if we signed a player for that kind of money before, it would be an undisclosed fee. We wouldn't know the ins and outs of it. Is that maybe? I think it should have been. We've signed this player, undisclosed fee.
But 10 million's a lot of money. We can't. Yeah. I mean, a lot of money. Somebody would have found out somewhere.
Somewhere along the line,
I know what you mean, but I just think it's too big a number for them to hide. And although I was going to say the stock exchange, but we're not. We're a private company now. We don't need to tell anyone. I was wondering if they were using it to psychologically boost the boy. Saying, "Look, you're an 8 million player on you go, and he's coming on there, cock of the walk. Oh, I'm a 10 million pound player. Watch this." And if anything, it's worked against them. Because I wonder if we'd bought for 5 million, $500,000, it'd probably been 10 goals by now. Maybe.
That's the thing. I think there's something there because you see wee glimpses, and as Boy says, he is getting into some of the spaces. So.
I know.
I don't know.
The thing is, there is experts in the. I don't hate data and all that, but somebody somewhere thinks he's good enough, and he's done something coming up through football to say that he's worth that. Because you think the size he is and all that, if he was banging him in, we're selling him for £20 million in 2 years, you know, but that's obviously not what happens.
I think that's what's been the thought process behind it. Come to us like for a season like Igmani, and then we're going to make money off him, but it's unfortunately not worked so far. But hopefully he'll go somewhere back home on a loan or something, get his confidence up, and then come back and prove us all wrong.
Right, go home. Go to Portugal and go to. I'm not going to say I know where he's from in Portugal, but if he could go to a Portuguese club, the one he grew up playing with, or somebody close to home, you know, maybe within 50 miles, so he can go home to his parents' house at night and all that. That might happen, you know. There's all sorts of things. The fact that the Portuguese under-21s still pick him as well, you know, that's a sign.
There's something there, you know, if he's getting picked by them.
Yeah,
but I think he just needs the weight taken off his shoulders. And do you know the funny thing is, see if this was in a season or two, maybe when we've done a wee bit better and, you know, it isn't as toxic, we probably wouldn't be giving the kid as much.
And he may be getting better supply to him as well, you know. It's a difficult one. It's hard, but like Colin said, you know, pocket back, I'll stick it back up. Cause a couple of goals, all he needs. And the thing is, I'm pretty sure it was Camargue who scored them against the Irish. But remember, he did all that cocky stuff that they do when they score, and you're like, don't do that. But anyway,
it's like wait until you've actually banged in a few before you.
Alone is the best option. But the thing is, if we and that's I'm 60% sure that's what will happen at Christmas in a few weeks, and but we'll be bringing somebody in. Do you know who's kicking about now?
Who?
Jesse Lingard. He's just been kicked. He's just resigned from his team out here in Korea. That came out as soon as I saw him. I thought, oh, because he was only in 25,000 quid a week there.
Was it?
Lingard.
What age is he now? So that doesn't matter. Still take him.
Aye, right, aye. But you know, he's a unit. Aye. Jesse Lingard, English footballer. He's 32.
Yeah, that's all right.
I'll tell you what. Jesse Lingard. I'll tell you though. I'll bet you Rangers are aware of that because he just. I don't know why he left Korea, but it popped up on my thing yesterday. Lingard, you know, I thought it was a cocky wee bacon. At 32-year-old, if he's someday, you know.
It would be stupid not to ask the question.
Because if he's, I think it can be a bit of those stupid stuff and the stuff he was involved with Pogba and all that, you know, you saw Roy Keane slating him, but if he's only 32-year-old, that's a good age, because if he was in 25 grand a year out here and he was the highest paid player ever in South Korea, I believe, mega high profile, and 15 grand a week, Jesse Lingard, you know what I mean?
Oh, I wouldn't mind that.
You know, that's something to think of. Like I say, I'm sure that, he could end up at, a Wolves or a West Bromwich Albion or... Well, saying that none of them wanted him then, though, did they? That's the other thing. That's why that's why he couldn't get a job. You know what I mean? That's why he ended up in South Korea, because that is not a good league. You know what I mean? It's not... It's well supported, don't get me wrong, but there's no... Because I think I've said to you before, out here, there's a lot of West players come out here and you'll never hear of. You know, obviously we've heard of Lingard, but he sold out stadiums everywhere. But when I saw the other day,
we could, you know, put it as across as, you know, we'll get you back into European football and like the project, as much as I hate saying the project, but
I hate that word, but yeah, it's what it is.
Excite them a bit, like, you know, give them that wee bit of...
Aye. I know, and he's still, he's just, I don't know, I'm not going to go into the phone. I'm going to look into much more once we finish, whenever that, I'm in no rush to leave. But I'm going to look at that because I'm assuming he's match fit. You know, I mean, I think he'd probably quite like to be back, but then again, you've got. But look, I'm saying he would go to an English Premiership club or an English Championship, but the reason he wasn't curious because none of them wanted him.
Maybe his reputation got a bit too. Down there. Maybe he needs a revamp, and they can come to us.
And the thing is, he's 32-year-old, right? Here's a Rab concert. I'm pretty sure. I'm sure the. Can you imagine what the inbox is like for the manager?
Oh no, I don't even want to think about it. You stress out my inbox. Never mind.
But you think, and the fact at his age, you might think, wait a minute, it's Rangers. I'm 4 hours from Manchester. I think he's been banned from driving because of drunk driving. But you know, I'm just up the road from Manchester compared to where he was. European football, he should get a medal or two to add to his already. I mean, he's got a barrel load of medals from Man U. Well, no. But anyway, you know, I mean, it's a chance to win silverware, play in Europe. You know, I mean, I'll tell you, there we go. I forgot about that because Sir Alex Ferguson, I would think Rangers would probably ask Fergie about, because I'm pretty sure, you know, Sir Alex Ferguson would phone to Rangers in a heartbeat. That's when people say, oh, you need Rangers men around Ibrox. Alan McCoist is there every other week commentating. Bobber's there. You know, I mean, it's, the Ferguson brothers, you know, I mean, that was the other thing. Mine when the haircut sign, you saw him at the training ground talking. I think it was golf and all that. You know what I mean? But
wonder what they must have thought of me. You think?
We talk to talk. You know, I think I said to you the other night, or I said last night, whenever. I know my best mate Brian, my nephew, he knows people at Largs, you know, the school, and they said, see, Russell Martin's the best pupil they've ever had come through when it came to all the classroom stuff and all that. You know what I mean? So, but then, well, you know, and you saw him that time when they tied Jamie Redknapp in knots, and you're like, but I know, like Rab's right here about the boy. But the thing is, I know, I feel to me, like I say, I hope he gets a hat trick tomorrow night or something like that. You know, it'd be great.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, and the thing is, at the age I am now, especially my wee grandson kicked about, I start to think about his mum and dad as well, because they'll be watching every move. They'll read social media. They'll see the stuff it's said. It's not nice, man. Here's your Norrie. All right. That's fantastic. No, the Rangers charity. Yeah. Because I'm going to be doing part of my YouTube one, and I want you to go and I'll try and find. Hang on. I'm going to post a link to these gentlemen. Please go and follow this group. Where are you?
Is this the
Who Dares Who Cares? It's you just know how to. I know you can't click directly on the link, but you just know how to go. They're called Who Dares Who Cares. No, sorry, beg your pardon. Who Dares Cares on Facebook. Go and follow them. It was set up by an SAS man and 2 other lads, and I've been on the phone with them and everything. We're going to do when we all get time. I'm going to do a chit chat with them, like, you know, and one's a Rangers fan, one's a Celtic fan. Excuse me, so that'll be good. You know, I'll be mainly about the mental health. Actually, I thought, what questions to ask? So I went to ChatGPT, and the questions they gave me were brilliant. Because ChatGPT's learned, because I pay for ChatGPT the £20 a month, and like see all my cartoons and all that for my videos and all that. It's ChatGPT does them, right? You know what I mean? It does them for me. And sometimes it can take a few attempts, but it gave me all these questions, like, and all that to ask them and all that, and about the Rangers and Celtic. It's like brilliant, you know, because I'm going to send them the questions I'm going to ask anyway. So, you know, and the thing is, I'll post on my YouTube then I'll post the YouTube link onto the page. But we're all extremely pro armed forces. But it'll be good to chat about with a Celtic fan as well, because, and especially the fact that he joined up.
Yeah,
you know, as a Celtic man.
many of them, like a couple of boys I went to school with, are Celtic daft and joined up and were in Afghan. And when they came back, it was actually on a night out with them. And I said, well, what would have happened if you, and bad happened to you, would you have got the Union Jack on your coffin? And that's a turn around and says, no, you can request a salt tire.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
No, right.
Yeah. I mean, and they joined up, yeah, you know, and like when I joined the Royal Navy, there was Celtic fans. Some of them, what's
A lot of them were
Maggie say?
saying that they didn't like the whole thing about Parkgate. Remember when they used to allow them on the pitch for Remembrance Day on all the grounds? They used to hate how they couldn't do anything with their own fans. They had to come to Ibrox or Hearts or whatever to get a bit of appreciation. They didn't like that. But then we stand in the stands and sing about hating the Royal Army, British Army.
I know. The thing is, every club bar Celtic are pro the armed forces, whether it's Aberdeen, Hearts, Ayr United, like Troon Juniors, my local team, the junior team, they did a minute silence, they'll do the minute silence and all that. And it's just, I mean, I understand why people are against the union, but the people that allowed you to have that opinion about not liking union are the ones that died for you to allow you to have that opinion. That's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like, I'm actually going to. I'm going out Saturday night in a proper one. It's set up in Pattaya. It's my mate's Danny that he moved out. He owns one of the big nightclubs in Pattaya called Insomnia. It's his birthday. But instead of, normally I go for a couple of nights, but I'm just getting the taxi up the road and back down the road because you know what happens. See, when I go on one and I don't post it off of the numbers, it takes me 2 or 3 weeks to get the numbers back. It's mental how it works. So
yeah,
and the bar I'm going to, it's the FKUC Inn. It's actually pretty famous. It's been on the papers and all that. And they're very pro. I think the guy owns it's an ex-soldier or something like that. I've walked past it a million times in the last 20 years, but I've never been in. But I'm going Saturday, and the people are going. I'm glad the Hibs game's Monday.
yeah. You might make it.
I might make it, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it though. But it's like I say, because in the past where I live, right, when we lived in this town 9 years ago, there was, I think it was 12 crossroads all the way to Pattaya. I mean, lights,
Yeah.
they're all flyovers now, so it's taking like half an hour off the journey. So, you know, I mean, it's only 20 quid for the 40-mile journey in a taxi.
That's good.
Aye. Yeah, I mean, well, Maggie, she was in the RN, they're all Navy, same as me. You're not called Wrens anymore, are they, Maggie? I'm not sure, because it used to be called the Women's Royal Naval Service, but that was, I mean, they were still called that when I was in, but I left in 1997, so it's different world, it's changed. Aye. There's a blag to my merchandise. I was actually selling T-shirts, man. Some of them are coming. Sold a few in mugs and hats. But that's my YouTube. If ever we could follow my YouTube, that would be fantastic. Because what I don't know if you saw it, right. One of my videos, right, I posted on TikTok a few years ago when I was offshore. The guy threw the food over the side on the right, because you're allowed to do that. You're allowed to. Aye, but the thing is, I went into my phone, my iPad the other day, and I found Israel, and there's about 20 more videos with stuff that's never been online. And I tell you what, I'm going to spend a proper 4 or 5 days doing this, and this could be an earner, because Lad Bible tried to buy that off me. Right, they offered me 4,000 quid for it. Right, but the thing is, see if I was to upload it now on any platform, it gets an immediate strike. Because they've got software. Once you sell it to them, they own it, and they know if it gets uploaded. I looked at it when I was that video's been seen at least 500 million times. By the way, I worked out with all the people that post it, and half of them pass it off as their own, and it was mine. But what I'm going to do is I'll do a wee intro and say this is my video, and I'm going to The total video probably about 15 minutes long, and I'm going to spend time on it, ages, probably get frustrated. My mate PR Mickey, I'll send it to him first for him to proof it, because that's his thing, and I'm going to watermark it.
Oh, brilliant. You should.
But, it's one of them will either get 6 views or 6 million, but because there's other videos on it and that are even better than that one that you've seen, much clearer. You know what I mean? When you actually can see, wait a minute, they're big. And the fact that we go off the rig, it's a thing called a billy pier where we hold on a bit of rope and you put onto a ship. I mean, it's not, you know what I mean? We don't go off by chopper. We go off over the water and all it is hang on. And I've got that video.
I thought it was literally the chopper landed on the rig.
No, there was a heli deck, but it was just we could see it was an hour on the. We call it a surfer. That's what when we go on a boat. But the boat only took an hour to get to Israel. But aye. No, the guy. It's not called Les. I know who that owns it. Or maybe that's one of the shareholders. The guy's from Oldham, I think. But I'm in there Saturday night from about 8 o'clock when Danny starts DJing. But so that video, I just found them. So I think it's about 10 more minutes of it, but then I'm going to explain stuff in between. Number one, that it's legal to throw stuff over the food. And people say, well, why do you do that? It's a waste. And like, no, we're throwing the food over because what if it gets rotten and the boat can't come to take it away? And but the one thing that actually ChatGPT told me says, no, do not put in that video that you're feeding the sharks, say you are throwing food away. You know, I mean, it's been quite a good, you know, because that's what we're doing. And see some of the replies in those videos. You know, people say, "Oh, you're training people sharks to eat." Like, mate, I'm not. Sharks know how to eat. They don't get trained by idiots. I don't know, right?
How do you think they're still surviving?
I know, but it was mental because I remember the first day I was on that rig. I was sitting, and it was an outside bit where we ate our dinner, and it was picnic benches. And it was a Geordie scaffolder, and he knew he was just on. I just landed got on the rig, and when you join, you can show where your emergency is, where your room is. And he goes, "Watch this." And he was a bacon roll over the side, and I looked down and I was like, "Holy!" I've been at sea 30 years and never seen anything like it, you know. And then I uploaded that video, and it's about 11.5 million views. But there's people on. I remember somebody on Twitter had 90 million views on it, and they passed it as their own. Aye. But even the Blue Planet mates emailed me. The producers of the Blue Planet emailed me about it. I've still got the email as well. Sitting next to David Attenborough, it's just emailing me. You know what I mean? But I'm glad I didn't sell it to the Lad Bible because, but the lassie gave me the stuff, the software they've got is unbelievable. The second I would upload it, and it doesn't matter if it's some obscure new streaming site they know, and boom, it's gone right away. Aye.
Wow.
But anyway, back to Rangers. So, can we win the league?
Yes.
I think we can too, man. I do. I think we can too. Definitely. But
it'll be hard.
Aye. But we should. Aye. I know. Here we go. I know, man. Number one. Don't lose this game, and it's a cliche. One game at a time. Aye. One game at a time. But
I think a lot of things will need to go in our favour, obviously. But if we do January right, I mean the teams know the worst of the worst. Do you know what I mean? There is players there. So if we can do January right, then there's no reason why we can't.
But the thing is, Stacey, what we've got to remember, Hearts have got money and so have Celtic, because this guy that's come in to sign for Celtic, their manager, he said, "Have I got money to spend?" I think that's something we're maybe forgetting at times. They're going to those two teams are going to spend as well, especially Hearts, because they're going to. The Hearts owner will know this is probably the once in a lifetime that's going to happen, so he might throw a lot of money at him. I remember I think it was you that said he's getting into trouble about betting stuff and all that. I looked at it and it's not quite what people say it is. It's not going to affect what he's doing at Hearts.
I think it was it no wee Tam that was saying about it?
Aye, that probably was. Aye, that's his thing. Aye, but it was on Sky Sports News. I saw it, and it's not quite.
So it's not as bad as what everybody's making it out to be then.
No, I did pay a great deal of attention, but it said it won't affect. I heard the words along the lines, it won't affect Hearts. And that was kind of.
I see. Once it's away for that.
As well, it was doing a video. As well, it was editing a video, so I was kind of like, the telly's off now, but I know, I know. I think I've got no reason to see why we won't win on Monday.
Was Hibs in it? That Martin Boyle, he can be a thorn in our side. But in the last couple of games, he's not been as bad. So.
I know. But I mean, it's like Miovski scored the other day. The back door weren't too bad. I mean, we've got a good goalkeeper, which is vital. And there's something I want to say. I put up the video with Jack Butland. I didn't. I had people thought I meant it was selling him in January. I didn't mean that. I meant in the summer. I mean, because we were looking at a goalkeeper. We were looking at every single position. I'd be annoyed if they weren't.
I think with Kelly though, like he's getting a bit like what McGregor was, that if he's going to be the number one, it needs to happen soon. I think. But if not, then we need to get. It's one thing we've always been lucky with though, is goalkeepers.
And it's when those goalkeepers get injured, we always seem to find a replacement, or lucky as heck is getting a replacement. The thing is, I was going to say, I wonder if Kelly will play tomorrow night. That's just come into my head as well.
Maybe. Do you know who I quite like? And I'm guilty of this because it's only when we are playing against them or them. The Aberdeen goalkeeper is quite good, and he's that tall, lanky.
Right. Okay. I'll be lying if I said I knew a lot about him. I thought was it the D keeper played quite well against it as well, didn't it? Even though we humped him. Aye. Let me see, but Jesse Lingard. I'm going to put a post about that after. I'm going to put a post up about that and see how it goes down.
All right then. If we're going to go with that type of player, then unlimited budget, who are you signing?
Salah. Do you know something, Stacey? I've got to hold my hands up here. I don't know enough about other players. I just focus so much on Rangers and that page. And my thing is, I know I probably should, but my stock answer for that is that's what scouts are for. Well, I know Thelwell's not there, but whoever's working for us now, and there is punters working for us. Danny himself is on the phone to people. If you get a player now, it's an interesting time, and the fact that Mr. Kavanagh's here to talk about transfers, what does that tell you?
Do you know what? He's really grown on me, Kavanagh. Like, just see the way he's conducted himself the last month. It's just good to see, and the fact that he was in Edmondson House having pints with the punters and that, like, come on. When have you ever seen that happen for a while?
He was in the enclosure talking to the disabled people and just the wee guys and all that, and it's right. It didn't happen. See, if we were sitting at the top of the league and playing extremely well, we would be sitting there. Oh God, what was it? What was the chairman's name again? What was that guy's name again? And what's the guy? What's the guy signing the players for Thelwell? No, we wouldn't be talking about them because we would have no need to. But he's been like that. I've made a lady part of this. I'm going over there to sort my shit out, and he has so far. Came over, sacked those two out of the blue, and sat down with Danny. Says, "Right, I'm all in," And I have no sense, Stace. I think the main thing that will happen with the signings is that they're all Danny's signings, as in his approval.
Yep. I don't know, with the German league, I think we might be able to get a wee superstar for that league.
Oh God, he's going to have contacted Bayern Munich. I remember, I can't remember when he's at Bayern Munich, but when he's at Bayern Munich, I'm pretty sure he'd have seen somebody that was 14, 15 years old that's now trying to break into the Bayern Munich first team, or went to somebody else in Germany, or the Bundes, or the whatever the championship's called over there. You know what I mean? He will. I know. The goalkeeper's been the player of the season.
I think we're in the mindset.
But since he's come in, he's won 5 games and drew 1. That's all right.
I think we're in the mindset now of like just get everything ticking and see where we end up. And we can do it. There's potential to do it. But see, if we don't, then we're in a good place for next season.
That's it, because we didn't expect to win the league this year anyway before the season started. You know, we thought, we could and all that, but then it didn't go well. But we're actually not a bad position now. Okay, a lot of it's got to do with the other 2 teams kind of floundering at times. And, well, the Hearts thing, nobody saw that coming. Let's be honest.
No, nobody seen that coming. Everybody thought that would have been falling away by now. I mean, I can't really remember how long it took for Aberdeen to fall away that year, but I'm pretty sure Hearts have gone longer than what Aberdeen did.
And the fact they went to Parkhead and won the other night, that was massive for them. That'll do. I didn't see that coming.
No, neither did I. I was at driving and I put the BBC Scotland radio on, and when it said 1-0, I'm like, what? Like, okay, fair enough. And then I was listening away, and see when the second goal went in, wasn't really listening to it, and I'm like, 2-0 for who? Like, what?
Aye.
And it took me a while to realise, like, then I nearly, I swerved the car, like, celebrating. I'm like, okay, maybe not do that.
I know, especially if you just passed your test and just bought a new motor. But it's interesting. But we can win it. Listen, I just win our games. Win our games.
Win our games and don't worry about it. Anything else.
Alright, well, I just win our own game. I actually thought Celtic were going to hammer them, but then this guy started playing Connect 4.
Oh, your video playing that the other night, I was actually howling.
The thing is, that's in the bars here. Every bar's got it. Even Nabua, which was with the hangovers thing they've got, and they've got Jenga and all that. It's brilliant. So I've not played Connect 4 in years in the bars because it kind of got old hat quite quickly. But I thought, I was sitting in, I had a beer in the Lassie. It was that biker's bar I was in. And I saw the Connect 4 and I was like, you're a dancer. But aye.
No,
but I know Celtic. Obviously, we want Celtic to lose every game, but if they can lose this game against it, man, they're not. I can't see them beating St Mirren. I can't see them St Mirren winning, but you never know.
Is it Parkhead?
No, it's a Scottish. It's a League Cup final.
Oh, the cup final. So it is. I don't know. Like, St Mirren have done really well in the big Gilgit scores the winner.
Oh, I know.
Then signs for the Rangers.
See if we get him, Jesse Lingard. Who else is the boy from Kilmarnock? You know, Lingard, since we started talking about this, I thought he was a twat at Man U, but that was just because his cockiness and all that.
Aye, he's got the talent to back his cockiness up, though. Like, he's not one of the ones. To an extent, aye. He's not one of the ones that's to it there.
And like we said, he's 32. He'll come back. We can afford them wage-wise because I think Tav and Butland and the highest wages at 35 grand. So if he was in 25 grand out here, I mean, South Korea, I think Kuala Lumpur's only an hour and a half flight from Bangkok. Anyway, no, it's longer than that. No, isn't it? It's about that, actually. But if he's a free, and remember, he'll be a free as well. Mm-hmm. And I mean, we've got to look at it from his point of view. If Rangers come calling and say, well, wait a minute, I mean, I might have a chance of medals here. Definitely Europe, you know.
Oh, definitely. We'll need to have a wee whisper on your socials about that and then get the fans talking and then let's see what happens.
That brings us. I'll do that now. I'll do that for tomorrow morning's video. That gives me something to do for tomorrow morning's video. Jesse Lingard. Kenny McLean for Norwich. The thing is about Kenny McLean, he scored that one goal and now all of a sudden he's Pele. You know what I mean? But I know he's one of us, so certainly, definitely. But I mean, I don't know much about Kenny McLean either, to be honest with you. Like I say, see
I
something
don't
this whole
know.
another thing this whole 14 years did, Stacey.
Yeah.
I used to watch the football inherently, whatever it is. See now, I watch Rangers games, and apart from like your Man United, Liverpool's, your Barcelona, Real Madrid's, the Milan derbies and things like that, I don't watch. The football will be on, but I might not be paying the attention to it like it was in the past. You know, so I'm not, and I think it's a lot to do with just this last 14 years.
Yeah.
It kind of knocked the stuff in it a wee bit. Maybe there's an age thing to do with it as well, but I'm just totally all in with Rangers stuff now. You know what I mean? Yeah, and there's no having that. You know, Kenny McLean. I would guess when we're looking at him, but then if he's doing well at Norwich, why would they sell him? You know what I mean? There's that as well.
Aye, because I'm pretty sure Clement wanted him, did they know, at one point? But it didn't materialise.
You could well be right. Yeah, I hope he does well at Norwich. I've got nothing against
Mm.
Clement. You know, I mean, I think he was in an awkward. If we had him at the start of the season, we would probably be in a lot better position. Probably.
Maybe like right manager, wrong time.
Aye, that's the word. I mean, you could probably say that for every manager the
Yeah.
last 10 years, you know, apart from that idiot. It would just, you know what I mean?
Aye.
But I do think we've got a good guy now.
100%. Like,
Yeah.
I like Grohl.
I do.
There's
And then,
don't get me wrong, I'm not going to sit in here because I'd be lying and say I'm 100% all in. There's wee bits I'm like, but
uh-huh.
I'm trying to hold off on all that until he's got his own team and then see.
And that's not this January, and it's not next summer.
No.
He needs 2 summer transfer windows. You know what
Oh,
I mean? To get
definitely,
that's his own team. Yeah, but that doesn't mean we can't win the league next year, though. If you know what I mean. When I say his, like my train of thought is for his own team. I mean that's what we now swap places with Celtic, as in we're the dominant ones. We're the favourite for every trophy. That's my position. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Listen, we're not getting a 9 in a row. That's not happening again. Certainly when I'm alive. You know what I mean? Because
I think then you're looking at 1, then 2, and then once you've got 2,
when it becomes a habit,
yeah,
that's what that lot need. That's what that lot. Because I think a lot of Celtic fans complained that they didn't strengthen while Rangers were down in the doldrums.
Yeah.
They didn't need to.
no, because it's a one-horse race. Like,
Maggie, we've covered I've got a post on it. It just causes too many arguments. I'd keep him for next year, like we've said. I think you've said, Stace. Keep him next year as a squad player because he's number one. He's never injured, and he's been around the club 10 years. You know, and it's like I said, it's off-field stuff. He helps people set like Glasgow, and his wife helps the wives and girlfriends as well. So, right,
ultimate goal.
That's an hour, all right, and that's 10 o'clock my time, right? I'm going to go for my share of a so-called early night because it's a right. I don't. Will I ban him?
No, that was the guy we were bantering me the other night.
No, that's a no. No, he's got another. He's got a different name. Right. Okay. But anyway, I'm going to knock this one in the head, Stace, because that's a hour. All right.
No bother, pal.
Right. We'll speak to you tomorrow before the pre-match stuff and all that if you're about.
Yeah,
that'll be sometime about 4ish, 5ish or something like that UK time.
Yeah, I finish about 3 o'clock on match days anyway, so.
Oh, that's because I always like to be what I've worked out now. What's quite good to be is to be online when the team comes out because that gets that's a good bit of chat. Thanks and thank you everyone for joining in and all that. And I'm sure, aye, right. That's it. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Cheers. End stream now.